Hey, family. Hope you guys are doing well today. Um, we get ready to get started, family. I want to talk about the first case that I'm doing. The first case that I am doing is a makeup for yesterday, as well as I'm doing a case for today as well. I'm gonna wait for some of you guys to get on up in here, but I am gonna do. Hey, sis. Hey. How was your day? How was your day? Um, so I am going to start. Hold on, family. I'm just trying to put my incense in my incense holder. Hold on, because I got my frankincense. I want to burn on this one. Okay, there it go. Okay. I got my frequency music going in the background, family. Trying to keep my vibrations high. Okay. But anyways, I'm doing this case is on 2 children, right? So tonight will be pretty heavy, family, okay? And I've done charts. Hey, family. Hey, y'all. I see y'all up in here. So I've done charts on, well, I did a wheel on John Benet. And I didn't have time to do the second baby, but I will do a chart on that baby as well. But I did one on her. And I'm going to tell you what I see in her chart, family. In her chart from the beginning, what I see is, it's definitely looking like there's some things going on. Well, first of all, I would like to say that what people fail to realize is she was in the lion's gate. She was in the lion's den, right? Because that was based what I'm seeing on her soul, right? That baby, she was born like that, right? Of being in uncomfortable situations, foreign situations, dealing with foreign things that she never dealt with before, trauma in that baby youth, okay, is here and going straight up to the ancestors, calling her back in, right? So what I'm seeing in her chart, I just want to talk about a little bit. The murder was in her chart, family. And it is showing it was around like a male that did this. Now, I can't put a name to it or anything of that sort, but it definitely was a male that did this, okay? A lot here, okay, in her chart and in her wheel that comes out, especially in her around the trauma and the drama and the things that she was going through, okay? I have a lot here in her chart about her parents too, okay? But this young lady, baby, was very special. Hey, Fatima, she was very special based off of her chart. She had a lot of spiritual gifts. And a lot of times when that happens and that occurs, that these type lives and beings come into the world that are in that lion's den, they are the ones that are targeted and taken out first, okay? She passed on Christmas in 1996. I also looked at that date as well, and there was a murder there. What I seen definitely was that it was a lot in reference of them trying to make it look accidental as well. But it was so much in the chart around that date, it still reflected a murder there. Okay. So, but this was definitely shown in reference of, her living conditions, somebody around her home life, somebody around her home life is what I'm gonna say. And it was a male. Okay. So that's as far as I'm gonna go into her chart. She, like I said, she had 33s all over her immediate chart, right? In reference of her soul and also in her demise. Okay. So we're going to get into the cards. I wanted to just go over a little bit of that with you guys to let you know how prominent the wheel is, that it can show that. And now we turn towards the divination to see what does the ancestor give us in reference of what truly may have happened, okay? So I'm just going to shuffle up my cards a little bit, family, so they will be all shuffled up. And then we're going to pull cards and see what it is that we need to know around John Benet Ramsey is the case that we're doing tonight. All right. And I think I didn't, I don't think I spelled that right. Benet Ramsey. There it is. Okay. I forgot to put her last name, family. Yeah. All right. So as you guys know, this was, like I said, this was a little young girl that was, well, at first, I remember the case from a long time ago. It's like 96, right? So this was over 27 years ago because my son is 27 and he was born in 97. And I remember this case before that. And I just remember at first they were saying that I think it was about her being missing, right? And I think she still is, right? I don't know if they ever found her body or anything like that. I don't know. But I do know that it was kind of like very, very weird case, right? But it was weird that they never went into any more details about what happened to this baby. So let's see if we can tap in and get some messages. And then the next case that we're going to do is Nilo Lattimore, I think it is. And I have the information in my book. All right. So we're doubling up so we can be up to date. Hopefully we don't have any more skips. But family, it's all about my energy. You know, if I'm not right, I can't come on here and do readings, okay? So let's get to it, all right? Let's tap in and see what it is. I don't have my bell in here, but I'm just going to go on because I don't want to get up because I got my heater back on. So I don't want to get up and go into the other room, okay? All right, so let's see. All right, ancestors, come in. I ask you to come in. Keep me protected. Tap into this energy of John Benet Ramsey ancestors. Oh, a card fell on the floor. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, jealous. Fell out on the floor. So I'm going to leave that out. All right. Let's see if I can get this rest of the spread, family. Let's go. John Benet Ramsey ancestors. John Benet Ramsey. John Benet ancestors. Clarity into John Benet Ramsey's case. Situation. Where is this baby? John Benet Ramsey. John Benet Ramsey. I keep seeing like a staircase, and like a basement. That's what flashed. Like it was like a basement and a staircase. And whatever is in this basement, the way it flashed across, it's nothing, no windows down in this basement, but that's all I seen. I didn't see her or anything. I just see the staircase like going down to a basement. So I don't know if something was done in a basement, something was round in a basement, but I just see a basement. And basements aren't in all homes. I know my grandparents had a basement, but that's what I seen. Oh, wow. Okay. Now I got to be truthful in reference of the message that comes out. Wow. Okay. Sorry, family. I got my smoothie. Okay. First card out was industry. All right. So it's some type of industry she may have been in, or some type of industry that the family could have been in. Underneath the industry is corruption. So some type of industry corruption was around the parents, or because she was only, let me see, she was only 6 because she was born in 1990 and she died in 96. So there corruption in industry. I don't know what kind of industry a 6-year-old would be in, but there was some corruption around the industry. The second card out is gathering or a party. So there could have been some type of party or gathering that that was there at the home or that the parents were having at this time or around the situation or around the time. I'm not sure. During this gathering and party, I see that the third card is the Most High. So someone actually getting their wings and going on with the Most High. Shining down in reference of this situation. Underneath of the Most High is loved one. So whenever I get this, it looks like somebody, the Most High has taken a loved one, as well as this loved one has attributed to someone going on to the Most High. In the middle of the spread under gathering, I have abuse. So some type of gathering that was a party or some type of abusive situation going there. The way this spread comes out, family, it's like in drowning on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so some type of, with drown being here, she could have been drowned or they could have been drowning in emotions, okay, around this situation. But the way it looks like, even in this spread, the first thing at the bottom of the spread is corruption and then abuse. So it's like, and then loved one like this. So it's like, was the family abusing the child, or was there some type of corruption around some type of industry that they were in that was abusive to the child? Like I said, I don't have many details, but this is what I'm seeing, especially with the jealous that flew out. Who would be jealous of a 6-year-old? Let's clarify the spread. What are you trying to tell us, ancestors? Clarity on the spread, ancestors, for John, Benet, Ramsey. Clarity on the spread, ancestors, for John, Benet, Ramsey. Give me clear and concise messages. Clarity in reference to the spread, John, Benet, Ramsey. Medicine. Okay, so somebody could have given her some medicine, or there was some type of healing that needed to happen. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. So on industry, I have promiscuous that came out. So some type of promiscuous behavior in an industry or around the industry, maybe the family or the parents or somebody was connected to an industry, or this baby may have been connected to somebody through the parents to an industry that was very promiscuous. I'm getting promiscuous with the child abuse, sexual abuse around some form of industry that she was in, or around the industry that the parents was in some shape, form, or fashion, family. The reason why I'm saying that, you've seen the promiscuous come out on the industry, which promiscuous behavior is attached to, predatory type energy, or, just energy of that, around some type of industry, right? But then after that, we have gathering and moon. So this gathering or this party or whatever, this gathering of people coming together in one location, was a lot of secrecy behind this situation. It was a lot of hidden things behind this gathering of people that's beside this industry that has some type of promiscuous behavior. This moon energy also goes back to mother. Whenever I think of moon, I think of the mother. I also think of daughter, which she was the daughter, and there was some secrecy behind her as being the daughter, or what was going on at these gatherings with the daughter in the dark. Okay, so there was some darkness and some dark things happening, secrecy towards the daughter. All right. Yeah, somebody took power and control, and this was what brought on somebody going to the Most High, was the power, control, some type of situation around power. Somebody took control, somebody took power, and somebody sent somebody to the Most High, or with the Most High. This came in the back of this corruption being cleaned up. Okay, so there was some form of cleanup with the corruption that was going on. Corruption is around money. Corruption is around, it could be anything, money, sex, drugs. It could be anything that's corrupt or makes something corrupt in a situation that somebody has cleaned up. Okay. And this is attached to that industry as well. All right. But there's somebody that has cleaned it up, or there was a big major cleanup where you wouldn't be able to see none of this stuff or know what actually happened. And that's also what's in behind this secrecy of what was happening. Ancestor said this abuse was happening and there was a psycho. This person was crazy. This person didn't have the right frame of mind. I told you guys this was attached to a male. Okay, so whoever was abusing her or in the family, abusing the family, there was definitely a psycho there. Oh, okay, she was in beauty pageants. Okay, so the industry of that is attached to some type of promiscuous behavior. But why would a beauty pageant be attached to the promiscuous behavior? No, that's probably the abuse that ancestors is showing us, that there was some psycho that was connected to the promiscuous behavior of young children and assault on children, because that promiscuous behavior is like sexual behavior. Okay, so for a 6-year-old, that lets me know there was some type of molestation and assault. So this person was psycho that did this abuse. This abuse could be sexual, physical, verbal, or emotional abuse that this psycho was doing to this baby. And the answer is yes, in reference of it being a loved one. The sun is here. The sun card for me in any deck is always a yes. The ancestors say the sun shines on this loved one, or the light will be shined on this loved one in, maybe coming or whatever. But also this is a yes towards this loved one in her spread. The sun card. Now the sun card is always attached to the father. Interesting. Clarity on the industry and the promiscuous. Industry and the promiscuous for John, Benet, Ramsey ancestors. Give me clarity on the promiscuous and the industry. Education. So someone was educating themselves on how to get earthly possessions with that industry. Okay. I feel like they may have been educating themselves on how to make money, how to do something that may have not been the best through this type of industry with the promiscuous behavior, and them educating themselves. Now the education part has to come into play with the parent, because she was only 6. So it had to be them educating themselves on how they could be promiscuous or have promiscuous behavior within this industry. Okay, because that's what clarified the industry and promiscuous. For what ancestors is saying, earthly possessions, clothes, cars, money, the things that would come with that type of industry. And I'm assuming they were making some money or wanted to make additional money in reference of these pageants or something. Why is the jealous here? Why is jealous here? Because jealous flew out of the deck, ancestors, for John, Benet, Ramsey. Why is jealous here? Jealous. Legal drugs. So karma. I don't know if somebody was like on legal drugs, maybe one of the parents, because we had medicine earlier. Don't know why the jealous would be connected to the legal drugs. Only thing I can think of in reference of that is that maybe somebody or one of the parents that's connected to her was on legal drugs and may have been jealous in reference of, maybe her stardom or her fame, which is sick because she was only 6. And everything here is always allegedly, as it's running down here on the screen. We don't know these people. We're just, not everything is entertainment purposes only, non-factual. I can just only tell you what the ancestors is throwing out. Okay. Somebody wanted someone to get some form of karma. And I'm asking about this 6-year-old baby's case. Okay. Clarity on the moon and the gathering that's here for John, Benet, Ramsey ancestors. The moon and the gathering for John, Benet, Ramsey chose, elected. So I do feel, faded relationship, animal-like behavior. Somebody definitely had a faded relationship, or either was very animal-like or animalistic, okay? And they chose to do this to this baby. And they chose to do it at some form of gatherings too, to make her do some things at some parties and some gatherings. That's the secret. What I feel like that may have been, it could have been some type of pills or something like that, since the legal drugs came out on her spread, and the promiscuous behavior that goes along with those outings and those gatherings that are here, and them trying to clean things up. Like I said, it was corruption behind that, but this was very animalistic behavior that was going on. Can you give me the cleanse and the corruption for John Benet Ramsey ancestors? The cleanse and the corruption that's going on here. It looks like the parents of her. Can you show me the cleanse and the corruption? Yeah, child trauma. Yeah, child trauma. That was the corruption. And a friend. So a friend is attached to this also. So maybe the parent's friend is attached to this situation, but what they were cleaning up is some child trauma. The child trauma was the abuse and all the corruption that was going on around the situation at hand. So they cleaned a lot of this corruption up of this child trauma that was going on, family. Okay, because the child trauma goes back to the first message out, which was the industry of the promiscuous behavior. And it's something attached to a friend as well, because that was on the bottom of the deck, as well as a friend had a part in reference of this child trauma. Why is psycho and abuse here in reference of John Benet Ramsey ancestors? Why is the psycho and abuse here for John Benet Ramsey? Psycho and abuse. Envy. Somebody had a lot of envy for this baby. Envy and hate and jealousy. That's sick. That's sick. A friend. Clarity on the friend. Clarity on this friend for John Benet Ramsey. John Benet Ramsey ancestors. Clarity on the friend, please. Evidence. This friend drowned. This friend may even have known that she may have been drowned or whatever, but there's evidence here with this friend. So this friend, I'm assuming of the parent, has evidence in reference to what was going on. This friend seen the abuse with this psycho and seen the envy and all of the things that was going on with this baby and whoever this baby was attached to, a reference of the psycho abuse and the envy. So this friend seen it. That's why ancestors kept throwing out the friend. The friend is somebody who has evidence. They seen it with their own two eyes, is what the ancestors is saying. Whoever this friend is to the family. Clarity on the loved one and the son. The loved one and the son for John Benet Ramsey. What are you trying to say here? The loved one and the son, ancestors. The loved one and the son for John Benet Ramsey. Mind games. Yeah. Whoever this loved one, look, alcohol, and they drank a lot. They overindulged in the alcohol. Whoever this loved one is, ancestors saying yes. They played mind games with the people. You see, the son, S-U-N, but I'm also ancestors saying S-O-N, loved one and mind games. So I don't know if there was an actual son, okay, which I have the card of a son. I haven't got that yet. But whoever this was, this loved one played mind games, and they know what's going on as well. And they drink a lot of alcohol. May have been an alcoholic at the time. All right. Let's see what you say. They had friends, sketchy, I think, helped them hide evidence. Yeah. I can see that, because that's why the friend is on the evidence. And they played mind games with the people, and they was drinking and stuff too, probably when this happened. Clarity on the Most High and the power for John Benet Ramsey ancestors. John Benet Ramsey, the Most High and power. Ooh, assault came out, and then I have two. Oh, evil and assault. That's what happened. That was the power that somebody took to do this to her. This is what happened, family, to put her with the Most High. It was the power. They overpowered her with the assault, and it was evil. Sent that baby to the Most High. Because both of these came out together to clarify this energy. Okay. So whoever had power over her, which would have been probably this loved one, okay? Look, blackmailed on the bottom. So somebody was blackmailed. Somebody could have been blackmailed in reference of the situation. Not sure. Why is legal drugs here, ancestors? Why is legal drugs here and jealous for John Benet Ramsey? Why is the legal drugs here? What's going on with this legal drugs around John Benet Ramsey's case, ancestors? Legal drugs, a connection. So there's some form of connection that's here with somebody doing legal drugs or on legal drugs that harmed her. Okay, so maybe they were on drugs or something connected to the drugs that harmed her. Anything else you want to give us out of this deck that is attached to John Benet Ramsey ancestors case that we don't know at this time? Any other messages you want to give us? John Benet Ramsey ancestors. Guilty. Who's guilty, ancestors? Okay, keep pulling. Phone. There's some type of phone in reference of someone being guilty. Okay, so the ancestors is saying there's a connection also to the phone. Okay, with some type of legal drugs. Maybe somebody called to get some or something like that, but it's also somebody, it's a connection. It was some communication that made somebody guilty or programmed. So somebody is programmed or was programmed or was something that was routine for everybody. Drowned again. I need to clarify drowned because it keeps coming out. I don't know if they drowned her or what. But we got programmed. So there was something that was repetitive for them. Maybe that's a part of that, her doing the pageants and so forth. And maybe they were guilty of, making phone calls and doing all these things around her case. Why is the drowning here for John Benet Ramsey? Deviated. Okay, so they deviated away from maybe even telling people or letting people know that she may have been drowned. Yeah, hustler. All right, so somebody was definitely in it for the money or hustling this little girl, okay, is what I'm seeing. What else do you want us to know, ancestors, that we don't know about John Benet Ramsey's case? John Benet Ramsey's case, ancestors. Submissive. She could have been submissive or they made her submissive. Poison is here too. Maybe a call to make sure they were sticking to their routine. Yeah, because the routine is definitely about that program and they're guilty of doing that and being submissive to some type of situation. Ancestors, can you show us what happened to her? What happened to her? What truly happened to John Benet Ramsey? What happened to her? They're quiet about it. Nobody talks about what happened to her. Yeah, she needed some medicine or medicine is here. Cover up. Yeah. Ancestors said this was all a cover up, which we got that from the beginning with the corruption. What else, ancestors? Cyber attack here. So something about covering up some type of online or even internet situation or any type of thing that may have been out, which we didn't have internet in the 96. So cyber attack would have been some type of communication attack, a communication cover up, some type of form of communication. Watching, yeah, because people was watching. Okay, so maybe like even television media. Okay, so the cover up with that. Okay, and people being quiet and not being verbal. Okay, that's what you're saying, ancestors. What else is the last thing you can give me in reference of John Benet Ramsey, ancestors? So who boyfriend needs to confess or a boyfriend that confess? And this is what you're trying to tell me about a boyfriend. Digital loss. Cycles, that would be that programmed for the greater good. Tell me about the boyfriend. Who is this boyfriend and why is the boyfriend coming out? Ooh, ancestors. Ow. I can't take all of these ancestors. That's way too many. Ow. Okay. I'll just show you what fell on the floor. Okay. Poison again. They may have poisoned her. Runaway. Numerology. Father. They know. Premeditated. Reward and prize. Silence. Understanding. Crying. Because they lost their way. And she's gone on to the ancestors. Now you've seen what we've seen. And I got a male, low vibrational male, that came out on her chart. I don't know who would have a boyfriend or a friend that's involved as well. Those are the people surrounded around this baby's case. Let me pull some cards from the Whispers of the Unsolved and we'll wrap it up, okay? She was definitely assaulted, though. It's a lot of evil in this case. John Benet Ramsey, ancestors. John Benet Ramsey, what happened? Healing and recovery alignment. Ancestors gave me this. Healing and recovery and alignment and justice and karma. What happened to John Benet Ramsey, ancestors? Underground. And here's the water. I don't know why I keep getting water. Got the drown early on the deviation and I got a tunnel underground. Interesting. John Benet Ramsey, which she could be in there now, right? John Benet Ramsey. Look, law enforcement. I think somebody was connected to law enforcement in the neighborhood or a neighbor or somebody in close proximity that's connected to them that may have helped them because tunnel underground is beside law enforcement in reference of alignment and is neighborhood is there. So somebody trying to get things in alignment and hiding it underground with this help. Nice homes too. John Benet Ramsey, what happened to her? Yeah, somebody was at a crossroad that's connected to the political situation or government, and that goes back to this. So who was the parents connected to? You know what I'm saying? Who was their friends? Who was the people that they dealt with? You know, who were they connected to? I wonder. John Benet Ramsey. John Benet Ramsey. What happened to John Benet Ramsey answers? Okay, I got school flipped over. All right, the children. Outer space. Ancestors said outer space. Something out of this world has happened in reference of this school situation or this child. Okay. Energy around John Benet Ramsey and where she's located. What happened to her ancestors? Show me in the cards about John Benet Ramsey, please. Okay, so I got the digital and upside down propaganda. Ancestors said fake news. Okay, of whatever we see in the news is lies. And I also have it like this, the digital and the Democrat. See, this lets me know, and this would have been analog because we didn't have digital back then, 1996. The rumors of her brother doing that to her, but that father gave me bad vibes. I believe the rumors of the son was there to take the attention away from the dad, and we just seen father flew out of the deck on the floor. Ancestors showing me a male, though, definitely. High vibes and something being hidden. Okay. I'm gonna pull a few more and then I'm gonna move on to the next case, family. John Benet Ramsey, ancestors. John Benet Ramsey, what happened to her? Yeah, manipulation, gaslighting, and control. Somebody pulling the strings, you see? And look, new life. They wanted a new life, so they were manipulative, okay? They wanted to get rid of this baby. What happened? Yeah, 5D portal in reverse. Okay. And I got a gift and a package. So it's kind of like as if, you know, somebody is low vibrational energy, Benet Ramsey, and she was in fear. She was scared because this case has went cold. And look, we have the package of the gift still hanging out. But we have that this is went cold. And she was in fear as well of them. Benet. Yeah, sad and emotional. She's sad and emotional too. I hate this for this baby. What else, ancestors? That's the last you want to tell me in reference of Benet. Change of plans and air flight. So somebody flew out of somewhere, and there was a change of plans around this time of what things was happening. But I definitely feel like last outcome message, ancestors, of outcome message for Benet Ramsey. And I'll tap back into her case as well, maybe another time, but I mean, it looks to me like what you showed in her chart, numerology chart, in wheel ancestors. This definitely was a murder. Outcome message in reference of Benet Ramsey. Outcome message in reference of Benet Ramsey ancestors. Outcome message in reference of what happened. Yeah. Okay. So I got the male. Okay, the 5 of Wands. He's always demonic, and he's always the one that has the conflict. The strife is here with this man. Okay, and then I have the 2 Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords beside this male. This is the outcome. So somebody about money and somebody about doing some things. Okay, taking action, and him actually making it happen. All right. So that's the outcome. I also see here that this Queen of Wands has like a she has like a, you see that? It's like a needle. The Queen of Wands, she got a needle. I'm sorry, the Queen of Swords. This is the Queen of Swords. She got a needle. And this is the Queen of Pentacles. And he is the 5 of Wands. And those are the cards for her outcome. These are the people behind the situation going on with Benet Ramsey family. All right. So I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to move forward.